Hi, my name's Niamh Mooney. I'm an immigration lawyer and the co-founder of Matilda Migration. And today I'm going to take you through a step-by-step guide of applying for an Australian partner visa. Matilda specialises in partner visas and we have thousands of clients. So we know exactly what the Department of Home Affairs is looking for in a gold standard partner visa application. There are three types of partner visa: the onshore, the offshore, and the prospective marriage visa. The onshore is the subclass 820 and 801. The offshore is the subclass 309-100, and the prospective marriage visa is the subclass 300. Partner visas are a little different to other Australian visas because they come in two stages. Stage 1 is a temporary visa and lasts for 2 years. Stage 2 is a permanent visa and allows you to remain in Australia as a permanent resident. The department has structured the visa this way to ensure that your relationship is continuing. So if you're still together after 2 years, then you can be eligible for permanent residency. The other thing that's unique about this visa is that it is the most expensive visa. A partner visa costs $11,710. So you need to make sure that you are budgeting enough for the government fee when you embark upon this process. So how do you know which partner visa is the right pathway for you? Well, if you are in Australia already on a substantive visa, then you can apply for the onshore partner visa application. A substantive visa is basically any Australian visa other than bridging visas, an enforcement visa, or a criminal justice visa. If you are currently offshore, then you can apply for an offshore visa. That's the subclass 309. Once your partner visa is approved, then you can come to Australia on your partner visa. If you're living outside of Australia and you're planning to get married in Australia, you can apply for the prospective marriage visa. You will need a notice of intention to marry. Under the temporary partner visa, you have full work rights and access to Medicare. If you are onshore when you apply for your partner visa, then you will typically roll on to a bridging visa A whilst you're waiting for your partner visa to be processed. Whilst on a bridging visa A for a partner visa, you also get access to work rights and Medicare. To be eligible for a partner visa, you need to either be married or in a de facto relationship. Now, the definition of a de facto relationship is typically that you've lived together for a minimum of 12 months. However, you may also register your relationship with the Department of Births, Deaths and Marriages in your state or territory, and this reduces the requirement to have lived together for 12 months. It should be noted that if you live in WA or the Northern Territory, that you can't actually register your relationship there, and so the requirement to live together for the 12-month period does apply. When it comes to eligibility, what you're trying to prove to the Department of Home Affairs is that you are in a genuine and continuing relationship, that you have a mutual commitment to a shared life together to the exclusion of all others. Not only do you need to meet the eligibility threshold, you also need to meet evidence requirements. The partner visa evidence spans across 4 pillars: nature of household, nature of commitment, financial, and social. Examples of evidence of the nature of household are things like a tenancy agreement with both of your names on it, or a statutory declaration proving that you've lived together. Examples of financial evidence would be a joint bank statement with both of your names on it that extends for a period of time. Examples of commitment would be a marriage certificate or a registration of relationship certificate to prove your commitment to each other. And examples of social evidence would be photographs of you as a couple together with friends and family. At Matilda, we have built an evidence points framework. The Matilda Evidence Points Framework ensures that you meet the evidentiary threshold expected by the department and gives you surety that we're submitting a gold standard application. Matilda is a bit different to other migration lawyers because we have built the Matilda platform, which guides you through the partner visa application process. The Matilda platform has clear instructions of exactly what evidence is needed and the extent of that evidence. Your Matilda lawyer will guide you through the partner visa journey, from creating your visa strategy and pathway upfront through to submitting your application and dealing with the Department of Home Affairs on your behalf. On average, a DIY partner visa application will typically take someone about 50 hours, but with the benefit of the Matilda platform and our lawyers, it takes our clients on average 10. Many of our clients come to Australia on a working holiday visa or a student visa. They meet an Australian citizen or permanent resident, they fall in love, and then they want to remain in Australia together. That is where the partner visa comes in. Let's take Max and Millie as an example. Max is from England, Millie is from Australia. They met on holiday in Bali together. They then went back and forward between the UK and Australia, visiting one another over a 2-year period. Max is 37, so he's too old for a working holiday visa to Australia. So he flew to Australia on a visitor visa, moved in with Millie. They lived together for 6 months, registered their relationship, and then they applied for a partner visa. Max and Millie were able to use all of their historical evidence of flights back and forward to see each other over the 2-year period, additional household household evidence that they created over the 6 months of living together, and the registration of relationship. They applied for the onshore partner visa, the subclass 820 and 801. Max was able to stay in Australia on a bridging visa A whilst his partner visa application was being processed. Under the bridging visa, he was able to work and had access to healthcare as well. It took 14 months for their partner visa application to be processed and approved. Max is now about to apply for the subclass 801, the permanent stage of the partner visa application. To be eligible to apply for a partner visa, the department will assess the eligibility of the relationship and then of the applicant and the sponsor individually. To be an eligible sponsor, you must be 18 years or older, have an acceptable police clearance, so a character assessment. You can't have sponsored more than 2 partners previously, and if you have previously sponsored one, there must be a 5-year gap between lodgement. If you are interested in applying for a partner visa, jump onto the Matilda's website, take the eligibility questionnaire, sign up for a free 20-minute consultation with one of our lawyers, and we can guide you through the best visa pathway for you.